The Buckeyes will kick it away first. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Rutgers' offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. They kick it away on 4th down. Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Ohio State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. He's been a story all season long, just continues to impress. The question remains, of all the catches he's made, can he reel in the Heisman Trophy, Jesse?
Well, the games are only going to get bigger because of his success in the first half of the year. His team is winning a lot of games. It's about championships, but this guy has an opportunity to win the Heisman Trophy. He's a big part of his team's success.
No doubt, and the whole field's slanted towards stopping him. But he's been that good through the first part of the season. Can he continue? Against better competition in championship moments, that will decide whether he wins the Heisman.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off play action. Pulls it in. It's Graham. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Now this offense is back on the field. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets rid of it. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs, it's Campbell. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Weber. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Sheffield. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Scarlet Knights are moving quickly down the field. The give on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Raymond. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to fire. He's got it on the move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. You saw it right there on the crossing.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Big guy smells it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And they're going to try this on 4th down. They need a 4 or 5 yards to get it into the end zone, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. Quick strike through the air for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the...
He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those Those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Off play action on first down. He lets it fly. Finds a spot in the middle. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Weber. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And the Scarlet Knights need to pick it up on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting a run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. The sure hands. It's Smith. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And this guy continues to pour on the stats. That's why he's in the Heisman picture, right? Had over 100 receiving yards last week. He's off to a great start today. Defenses just can't figure this guy out.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He leaves it with his back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
The Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that will extend their lead even further. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to end. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle at Sheffield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Takes the handoff. It's Campbell. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Man, those last 2 plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. The give to the tailback. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw. It's Sayin. Got a man. It's Smith. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to Louisville. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Rides the back and leads it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Punt is in the air. Let's see what he can do with it. Makes a move. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today.
And the Scarlet Knights will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here. There he goes. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. On target. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is a guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Trying to do it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Gives it on the option. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes the catch. It's Duff. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Scarlet Knights can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's strong. Turning it on. Ball is loose. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
To the ground with the back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
he's got it for a big play. Oh, look out on the right. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. A great catch and run for 6.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Here's the handoff. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Sayin. He slings it deep to the left. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Raymond. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Makes the catch. It's Duff.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Raymond. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just
oh, he's got some space. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rutgers!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And it starts with the kick, right? You got to kick the top of the football, get a good bounce, get kind of lucky, right? Like, it's got to bounce off the guys, and the kick team was ready. Pounced on the football, they got the ball and got some momentum.
going right to work up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sheffield. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
He's piled up 82 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Looking for a gap. It's Raymond. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Scarlet Knights have this offense rolling. Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And the Scarlet Knights want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. He wants to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football.
Breaks into the open. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Now on second down. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Back to throw. It's Sayin. Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it. At the 35, he's loose. He turns it on down the left side.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
To the ground. He's got it again. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. All business today for this ball club. They come out, and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do